It's a pleasure, it's an honor having you guys here. SUM41 at Rock Antenne Studios. It's an honor for me because you guys are kind of childhood heroes for me as well. For my brother even more. I think if he was sitting here right now, he would faint. But it's always great to meet someone whose music you've listened to for the past 15 years. So
cool, thank you.
We're still doing with my cover band Into Deep.
Oh yeah.
Any tips for playing the song better than I do right now?
You're asking the wrong people. Might want to ask some professionals.
Yeah, true.
All right, let's start off. Derek, first of all, your wife is pregnant. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How is she doing?
Great. Really good, yeah.
When is she expecting? Do you know that?
Very soon.
Very soon?
When I get home.
Oh, exciting times.
Yeah.
Times. Are you more afraid or happy of becoming a dad?
No, happy. Of course.
A little bit scared of
not
what's ahead? No?
Not one bit.
But it's your first, right?
Yes.
So not a little bit scared?
Nope.
All confident?
Oh yeah.
That's great.
That's how I roll.
Let's talk about the tour you guys are on right now. And the first thing, of course, was last Saturday in Paris. You had a show scheduled, and there was an explosion right in front of the venue. So you, of course, canceled the show for the safety of everyone. Can you maybe shed some more light, like what happened, why, who it was? I read something.
We weren't there. It was so we did two shows in Paris. One we did at the Zenith Arena, and the second night we were doing like a small, private little super fan club show. And so when the crew was loading in at that small venue, I guess there was a protest going by, and somebody threw something that was. I have no idea what it was, but it was some kind of, loud explosion, kind of probably flash bomb type of thing or something. But it went off right in front of them while they were loading in, and they were, their ears were ringing, and they were all shell shocked. And it was decided by the promoter, the venue, and the crew that were there that it was probably unsafe to do the show. So we got the call at the hotel saying, "Show's off. Can you put something on social media to tell the fans not to come down because it's kind of crazy down here right now?" That's how it happened.
Yeah, and also the venue didn't have an emergency exit, so the front door is also the exit door. So if something was to happen because there's big protests going on, the way out is
there's only one way in and out. Yeah,
so
not the best.
So it's not
for any
safe.
venue, really.
Yeah.
So just all a bad coincidence that it happened right there.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I mean, at least we got to do the big show the night before in Paris, and we're gonna try to make up the small superfan show at another time.
And you've been on the road since the middle of January on this Euroblack with Zebrahead. How's it been going?
Amazing.
At least,
yeah. We used to play with Zebrahead quite a bit in like the early 2000s at festivals and stuff like that. And so yeah, I mean, the whole show is good. Like it fits really well. Like they're good guys, good band.
Yeah, they're super fun. Had them here before talking to them. Let's maybe jump to your music, which, of course, why we all love you.
Hopefully.
Order and Decline, the new album, dropped last July. And especially in like the German-speaking area, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, the album was very successful, actually, holding chart positioning from previous chart positioning, gaining new heights. Are you overall happy with the success of Order and Decline?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for a rock record in a time where, it's really hard to get any rock music out there, for people to hear. But we're really happy with the record. We're happy with the way it's done, and it's great. This whole tour, I mean, this whole cycle that we've been playing, and we play the new songs. People they know them, and they're going crazy, and it's awesome.
Are you happy with the reception of the record?
100%. I mean, and it was one of the most fun to record as well. I mean, we were all kind of just all together, working together, playing off each other, getting instruction from Derek, who oversaw the record ultimately, and just to see the response after putting all that work in, it's amazing.
And you recorded all of it at your home studio, right?
Pretty much, yeah. We did some drums at another studio called East West, which is a studio we've done a ton of stuff, like all the way from All Killer. We do the drums there a lot.
Oh.
And then everything else was done at the house.
Studio Mr. Biz?
Yes.
Explain that name.
That's just, it's me. I'm Busy D.
Okay, Studio Mr. Biz. Is it like more comfortable for you recording at home, or why did you decide to now?
Well, I mean, the thing that I always hated about studios personally was that you're always waiting on other people to get stuff done. There's always assistants and engineers and people who have to kind of run all the equipment. And when you have it all at home, you can just do it whenever you feel like it. You know, you don't have to drive to the studio and drive home and wait for other people. It always just seems so less efficient to me at a studio.
Plus, there's no pressure on time because when you're paying whatever $1,000 a day for a studio, there's like this.
That would be a good deal.
Well, yeah.
I mean, East West, you're at like $2,000, $2,200 a day.
Okay, even worse. So, yeah.
Wow.
So at least it's you're recording in your own home. It's free.
Yeah.
So it's.
And you have all the great setups, I think, at home.
At this point, I mean, there's always more gear that you want, but there's a lot there.
And the new album sounds great. It sounds really big, I think.
Oh, good.
Bigger than 13 Voices. I think even a step further. And then let's jump to the sound, because Screaming Bloody Murder was heavier than Underclass Hero, and then 13 Voices, I think, was another step heavier. And I listened through all the albums back to back to back, and I feel like it was again a step, a little heavier again, a little more metal than even the two albums before. Was it like a conscious effort, or did it just naturally happen?
I don't think anything's ever a conscious effort. It's just, we just kind of get together, we do stuff, and it just sort of naturally comes out that way.
So you think you're ever maybe gonna go back to the skate punky earlier stuff, if you feel like it?
Well, I don't know. I think skate punk has evolved as well. I think skate punk sounds a lot more like Order and Decline now than it did before.
Okay.
We just kind of do what we do. I mean, who knows where it goes at this point.
I also read someone asked you if you consider yourself a punk band all the way back in 2004, and you said no, not at all. We don't like all these classifications. Is it still the same?
Yeah, because we don't really care about any of that kind of stuff. Like I said, we just do music. We play what we feel like playing at the time. We don't really think too much about it. It just is what it is.
The album sounds heavy instrumentally, but it's also kind of heavy when we talk about the lyrics or look at the lyrics. There are a few songs targeting unfortunately, your current president, 45, and I think The People Versus is also about him, right?
Yeah, well, I think, it sort of creeps in to a lot of the songs, just sort of where we're at. But I don't think it's necessarily about any particular situation or specific kind of policy or anything like that. It's when I started looking back at the lyrics, because I never really know what I'm writing at first. The words just start to come out, and I start to figure out what it is. To me, it just felt like it was more my feelings were coming out, not necessarily specifics about politics or where we're at in the world and stuff like that. It was just sort of my, anger, confusion, frustration, things like that were coming out.
Well, 45 is kind of specific, though.
It's
go
only
pretty,
specific
pretty hard on him.
In a way, but I mean, if I called that song 45, so you would know what it was. Because if it wasn't called 45, it wouldn't
I get it.
come across as that's a song about Donald Trump. You wouldn't know that. And that's why I wanted it to be called 45, so you would know what I'm talking about.
Do you guys have a favorite song on the new record?
I think for me, it's probably either Out for Blood or Turning Away. The first track, I really like Turning Away a lot. I liked it from the beginning of when Derek sent me the demo of it. I thought it was kind of a special song.
Dave?
Yeah, I definitely agree on Out for Blood too, and songs like Catching Fire I actually really like on this record as well.
Yeah, it's the one song that really sounds different, I think. A little less heavy, I would say.
A lot more less heavy.
Yeah, less heavy, but still a lot of good depth to it lyrically,
of course,
especially,
Then let's talk about Out for Blood, because I think the video is fucking hilarious. That's something I think every one of us once in a lifetime has wanted to do when working with people, and the people acting like dipshits, completely losing your mind and just doing whatever you want. So I think it's completely relatable, having worked at a Subway and at a movie theater. I
worked at a movie theater too.
Oh yeah, it has its
sweeping
perks,
popcorn, right?
Yeah, sweeping fucking. Oh god, people are pigs, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Whose idea was the video? Because it was so fucking funny.
Well, I think so. A friend of ours directed that. His name's Lee Levin, and him and I were just chatting. That treatment sort of came like very quick, and it was like shot the next day. So that just kind of came from a conversation that he and I were having on the phone, of just like, hey, we got to shoot a video. Do you got any ideas? And we just came with this thing of like sort of a punk rock Fight Club type of thing.
Yeah.
And we thought, well, what would be the situations that would make you want to, you know, go and get all your aggression out at a rock show. So, you know, it just turned into what it turned into.
So fucking funny.
Is there any of that in this atmosphere?
Yeah.
In the station?
I love every aspect of my job.
Very convincing.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm a great actor. And musically, was it easy for you to pick Out for Blood as the first single?
I think, you know, singles always kind of like put their hand up in a way,
Yeah.
you know, like they sort of stand out, and a lot of people will start to say, but there was a little bit of, you know, kind of back and forth. But that one always sort of seemed to like, it kind of checked all the right boxes of what this album was. You know, there's guitar solo, there's guitar riffs, there's
Double kick.
you know, it just kind of represented everything of the whole record in one song. So it kind of made the most sense.
All right. Let me just, we're going to cut this quickly, check the time, because I don't want to miss anything of the stuff we want to talk about. Do any of you new guys know any of the guys from Green Day by any chance?
We've met them.
You've met them?
Quite a few times, yeah.
Because we got, I don't know if you've heard, but Billy Joe Armstrong posted something on Instagram where he asked his fans if there was anyone with a backyard or like a garage where they could play an album release gig.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw that?
That's cool.
And but there was one condition. It had to be in California, or which in Germany is Californian. And there is a Californian in Germany. It's on the north, I think on the Baltic Sea. It's like it has like 500, 600 people in it, and it's right on the beach at the ocean. And maybe if you could call out to Green Day, because they haven't heard us yet. We tried to reach them over every social media channel, labels, everything, and they haven't responded. And
I think they probably heard you.
Yeah, no, they've heard. They've heard. Yeah, I think they've heard.
You think they've heard?
Yeah, there's a reason why you haven't heard.
Okay.
They know.
They know.
They know.
Green Day. You've heard SUM41. They say you know. So call us.
Yeah.
Call us.
The thing is, I mean, they also have a beach with 500 people. So it's going to be hard to convince them.
We're doing our best. We got everything. We got the best beer in the world. We got the nicest people.
This is true.
Yeah.
So we're going to try our best. Let's talk about something else. We have every Sunday on our station a new show where musicians talk about their biggest influences and their favorite songs and stuff like that. So if it's okay, we'll just bounce some of the stuff off of you and you could talk about your influences, favorite songs, stuff like that. Let's start with Dave. Is there one guitarist in history that has influenced you the most?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely a lot, but if it were to be the most, I would definitely say Tom Morello.
Why?
More of a modern guitar player. His style. It was very riff-based, very, very groove-based. And he was able to bond the two musics that I really, really grew up and was passionate about, which is, you know, like old school rap, hip hop, and heavy metal, and, you know, put something together that was completely original at the time.
Is there a specific song in mind? If you wanted our listeners to hear one song for Tom Morello and think, wow, that's Tom Morello, awesome.
I would probably, it wouldn't be one specific song. It would just be the first two Rage records.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song of all time, which you always could listen to? Always.
That is
a hefty question. A hefty question.
I don't think I could even answer that.
Can answer that?
Favorite song of all time? There's just one song.
One rock song that you just. Let's say if there is one rock song, if you flip through different stations on the radio and it comes on, you will always stick with the station.
Probably something by The Clash, you know, London Calling or something like that. But that's a tough question. I don't know if I have one favorite song of all time.
Maybe a favorite band? It's The Clash?
Yeah, I think so. Overall, I probably have a lot of favorite bands, but The Clash is always, I always go back to them. I can always listen to The Clash no matter what.
Derek, is there any songwriter in history whose influence maybe people can hear in SUM41 because you're influenced by him?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a bunch. But I would say if I was going to pick, I don't even know if I have one favorite writer, but I'll just pick one. I'll just say Tom Petty. Because I think the simplicity of his lyrics and the simplicity of just the songwriting, but how powerful it all is. I mean, it sounds very simple, but it's really difficult to do, to have that much power in such a simple lyric. Is there a Tom Petty song which you cherish especially? Again, it's like Dave. Like, I mean, I could pick records, but you know, I don't know. I don't really necessarily have a song. I'll pick one. Just I won't back down. You know, how simple is that lyric, and it's how meaningful it is. Yeah. Okay, let me just quickly check again because I don't want to keep you guys too long. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. SUM41. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. I'm so stoked. I'm so happy to have met you guys and having been able to talk to you. Enjoy the show tonight in Munich. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of the tour. Greet Ellie and Dan from Zebrahead. They're not going to remember me, but just they're going to pretend they do so. Okay. See you guys. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.